20 unbelievable feuds between Princess Anne and King Charles. Sibling rivalry is nothing new, but when you're talking about two of the most high-profile royals in the world, it becomes a whole different story. Princess Anne and King Charles may smile for the cameras, but behind the scenes, their relationship's been anything but smooth. From disagreements over their royal roles to clashes over public perception, the tension between these two's been brewing for decades. Did you know Princess Anne once openly criticized King Charles for his leadership style? Or that their rivalry dates back to childhood, where competition for the Queen's attention led to long-lasting resentment? These aren't just family squabbles. They're moments that have impacted the entire royal institution. In this video, we're uncovering 20 of the most unbelievable feuds between Princess Anne and King Charles. Some that were caught on camera, and others that were hidden from the public eye. Until now. Let's get into it. Number 1. The rivalry over the crown. When it comes to the future of the monarchy, King Charles and Princess Anne have always had very different visions. King Charles, being the heir to the throne, has long been focused on modernizing the monarchy, while balancing its centuries-old traditions. On the other hand, Princess Anne has a much more conservative view, believing the monarchy should remain steadfast and consistent, avoiding too much change. This rivalry over the future has fueled tension for years, with Princess Anne often feeling that King Charles' ideas threaten the monarchy's core identity. Their competing visions have only added to the strain, creating a sense of rivalry that's been difficult to ignore within royal circles. What makes it all more fascinating is how these differences in approach reveal their distinct personalities and their respective understanding of their royal duties. Number 2. Princess Anne's dismissal of King Charles' environmental concerns. One of the more publicized points of tension between King Charles and Princess Anne is their starkly different views on environmental issues. King Charles has long been known for his passion for environmental activism, advocating for sustainable farming, organic food, and tackling climate change long before it became a mainstream concern. But Princess Anne, ever the pragmatist, has not always seen eye to eye with him. Known for her down-to-earth practicality, Princess Anne's reportedly dismissed King Charles' environmental concerns as overblown and impractical, often preferring a more traditional, no-nonsense approach to her own duties. This clash of perspectives has created a clear divide between them, with Princess Anne sometimes subtly ridiculing King Charles' more idealistic stance, seeing it as out of touch with royal practicality. Number 3. The hardworking debate. Princess Anne has long prided herself on being one of the hardest-working members of the royal family, and she has the numbers to back it up. Year after year, Princess Anne consistently logs more royal engagements than most anyone else, often putting her older brother to shame. This has led to a quiet but noticeable debate within royal circles about what it means to be a hardworking royal. While Princess Anne embodies the traditional hands-on approach, focused, dutiful, always busy, King Charles sees his role in a more introspective, visionary light. He views himself as someone who's shaping the future of the monarchy, which to him is more important than clocking the highest number of engagements. The difference in their work styles has led to subtle rivalry, with both trying to prove their worth in very different ways. Number 4. Princess Anne's strong public image. Princess Anne's always maintained a strong public image, known for her no-nonsense attitude and commitment to royal duties. She doesn't seek the spotlight, but her dedication has earned her respect from both the public and royal insiders. On the other hand, King Charles has sometimes struggled with public perception. Despite being next in line to the throne, his more sensitive and introspective nature hasn't always resonated with the British public in the same way as Princess Anne's straightforward demeanor. This difference in public favor has reportedly been a source of jealousy for King Charles, who's often been overshadowed by his sister's hardworking reputation. It's a subtle but long-standing tension between the siblings that continues to shape their relationship today. Number 5. The Diana factor. One of the most significant points of tension between King Charles and Princess Anne revolved around Princess Diana. Princess Anne's famously cold relationship with Diana was no secret, and her apparent lack of support for Diana during her troubled marriage to King Charles caused considerable friction. Princess Anne, known for her tough, no-nonsense approach, reportedly had little patience for Diana's struggles with royal life. This put her at odds with King Charles, who was facing his own difficulties, but was sensitive to how Diana's public persona affected his image. The tension between Princess Anne and Diana added another layer of complexity to the already strained sibling relationship, with Princess Anne's perceived indifference to Diana's struggles creating a lasting wedge between her and King Charles. Number 6. Sibling hierarchy. Growing up as the second child of Queen Elizabeth II, Princess Anne was always in King Charles' shadow when it came to royal hierarchy. But that didn't stop her from asserting her own power and influence. Over the years, Princess Anne's carved out a unique role for herself within the family, sometimes challenging her brother's authority in subtle but impactful ways. Princess Anne's strong personality often clashed with King Charles' more measured approach, leading to power struggles within the family. Even though King Charles has the ultimate claim to the throne, Princess Anne's determination and sense of duty have made her a force to be reckoned with in her own right, creating friction as the two navigated their respective roles. Number 7. The title tension. Perhaps one of the most publicized disagreements between King Charles and Princess Anne is their stance on royal titles for their children. While King Charles firmly believes in upholding royal traditions, including bestowing titles on his descendants, Princess Anne took a different path. She famously refused royal titles for her children, Zara and Peter, opting instead to give them a more grounded upbringing. This decision clashed with King Charles' more traditional views on what it means to be royal. The disagreement over titles may seem like a minor issue, but it highlights the broader divide between Princess Anne's desire for practicality and King Charles' commitment to royal protocols. This fundamental difference in how they approach their children's future has only added to the tension between them. Number 8. King Charles' soft approach. Princess Anne's criticism of King Charles have often focused on what she perceives as his softness. Where King Charles is sensitive and thoughtful, Princess Anne is blunt and pragmatic. This has led to Princess Anne viewing her brother as overly sensitive and lacking the firmness needed for his role in the royal family. Princess Anne, known for her tough love approach, has not hesitated to voice her opinions on King Charles' more emotional style of leadership, often suggesting that his softness makes him less effective as a future monarch. This fundamental difference in personalities caused friction over the years, with Princess Anne questioning whether King Charles has what it takes to lead the royal family with the strength and decisiveness she believes is necessary. Number 9. The public image battle. Despite Princess Anne's consistent dedication to royal duties, it's often been King Charles who's received more media attention for better or for worse. Princess Anne's frustration with this imbalance is understandable given her tireless work ethic. While King Charles has often been in the spotlight due to his controversial personal life, Princess Anne has quietly carried out her responsibilities without much fanfare. This disparity has reportedly irked Princess Anne, who feels her work goes unnoticed, while King Charles, even amidst his public blunders, remains the focal point. The media's focus on King Charles has been a source of tension, with Princess Anne feeling underappreciated for her contributions to the royal family. Number 10. Their father's legacy. Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, had a profound influence on both King Charles and Princess Anne, but in different ways. For Princess Anne, Philip's no-nonsense, hands-on approach to life and duty was something she greatly admired and adopted. King Charles, on the other hand, had a more complicated relationship with their father, often feeling overshadowed and misunderstood. This difference in how they relate to their father's legacies caused tension, especially when it comes to how they each believe he should be honored. Princess Anne's pragmatic approach often clashed with King Charles' more emotional and reflective view of their father's role in their lives, adding another layer of complexity to their sibling rivalry. Number 11. The Modernization debate. One of the key points of tension between King Charles and Princess Anne is their differing views on how the monarchy should adapt to modern times. King Charles has been a vocal advocate for modernization, believing that the monarchy must evolve to stay relevant in an ever-changing world. This includes slimming down the royal family and making changes that reflect contemporary values. Princess Anne, however, is more of a traditionalist. She's consistently shown a preference for maintaining the status quo and resisting any significant changes to the royal institution. This divide has sparked several disagreements between the two, with Princess Anne seeing King Charles' desire for modernization as unnecessary and even potentially damaging. Their conflict over how to balance tradition with modernity is emblematic of the broader tension between them. Number 12. Princess Anne's directness versus King Charles' diplomacy. Princess Anne's always been known for her blunt, no-nonsense attitude, while King Charles is more diplomatic and careful with his words. This difference in communication styles has caused friction between them over the years. Princess Anne's directness can come off as harsh, particularly when dealing with delicate situations, whereas King Charles' diplomatic approach sometimes frustrates Princess Anne, who sees it as indecisive. Their differing styles are not just about personality, but also about how each view their role within the monarchy. Princess Anne believes in getting things done quickly and efficiently, while King Charles tends to weigh every decision carefully, sometimes to the point of paralysis. This fundamental difference in how they approach royal duties has been a long-standing source of tension. Number 13. Differences in parenting styles. When it comes to parenting, King Charles and Princess Anne couldn't be more different. Princess Anne, much like her father Prince Philip, adopted a tough-love approach, raising her children Zara and Peter with a sense of independence and resilience. King Charles, on the other hand, has always been more emotionally involved with his sons William and Harry. He's been criticized for being too sensitive and overprotective, which Princess Anne reportedly viewed as a weakness. These differing parenting philosophies have been a quiet but ongoing source of tension between the siblings, with Princess Anne believing that King Charles' emotional approach made his sons too reliant on him, while King Charles saw Princess Anne's style as too detached. Their differing parenting styles reflect their broader differences in personality and approach to life. Number 14. The Balmoral Showdown. Family gatherings at Balmoral, the Queen's Scottish estate, have historically been a time for the royals to relax and bond. However, these get-togethers have not always been peaceful for King Charles and Princess Anne. Over the years, there have been numerous reports of significant disagreements between the siblings during their time at Balmoral, with tensions sometimes boiling over. The remote setting away from the public eyes often allowed for more honest and sometimes harsh exchanges between the royals. Princess Anne, with her straightforward nature, has never shied away from confronting her brother, leading to memorable showdowns behind closed doors. These private conflicts have only deepened the rift between them, especially during times when they were supposed to be enjoying family time. Number 15. Princess Anne's rejection of King Charles' protocol. As the heir to the throne, King Charles has had a significant say in royal protocol, but Princess Anne has not always been keen to follow his lead. Known for her independence, Princess Anne's reportedly disregarded some of King Charles' royal instructions on multiple occasions, choosing instead to do things her own way. This defiance has created tension, especially with King Charles now taking on the role of king. Princess Anne's refusal to fully comply with her brother's ideas about royal protocol is emblematic of their broader struggle for power and influence within the family. While King Charles believes in a more structured approach to royal duties, Princess Anne's rebellious streak has made her a difficult sibling for him to manage, further complicating their relationship. Number 16. Public missteps. Over the years, King Charles has faced numerous public blunders, particularly in his handling of media relationships and personal matters. Princess Anne, ever the stoic royal, has been privately critical of her brother's missteps, feeling that his mishandling of certain situations has caused unnecessary damage to the royal family's image. While King Charles has always been a complex, sensitive figure in the public eye, Princess Anne's more straightforward approach to public life has often led her to view King Charles' actions as overly emotional or ill-advised. This criticism from Princess Anne has not always been well received by King Charles, further straining their relationship and adding to the perception that Princess Anne believes she knows best when it comes to royal conduct. Number 17. King Charles' vision for Commonwealth leadership. King Charles has long been involved in shaping the future of the Commonwealth, but his ideas haven't always sat well with his sister. Princess Anne's reportedly opposed some of King Charles' more progressive ideals for leading the Commonwealth, preferring a more traditional approach that honors the institution's long-standing values. King Charles' desire to introduce reforms and his vision for a more inclusive and modern Commonwealth has clashed with Princess Anne's belief in preserving its traditions. This difference of opinion has caused a rift between the siblings, with Princess Anne often questioning whether King Charles' ideas will actually benefit the Commonwealth in the long run or whether they'll destabilize it. Number 18. Personalities and conflict. At the heart of King Charles and Princess Anne's tension is a fundamental difference in personality. Princess Anne is practical, down to earth, and doesn't get caught up in emotions, while King Charles is more philosophical, sensitive, and introspective. These contrasting personalities have caused them to approach their royal duties and life in general in completely different ways. Princess Anne's blunt, pragmatic nature often leads to her clash with King Charles, who takes a more thoughtful and emotional approach to decision-making. This personality conflict has been a source of tension for decades, with both siblings feeling misunderstood by the other. While they may share the same royal upbringing, their differences in temperament have shaped their relationship in profound ways. Number 19. The Camilla factor. King Charles' relationship with Camilla has long been a source of tension within the royal family, and Princess Anne was initially among those who disapproved. Princess Anne's initial disapproval of Camilla added another layer of strain to her relationship with King Charles. At the time, Princess Anne's own romantic history with Andrew Parker Bowles, Camilla's former husband, made the situation even more complicated. Princess Anne's personal connection to the situation, combined with her belief in upholding the royal image, made her critical of King Charles' relationship with Camilla. Though time has softened these tensions, it was yet another moment in which Princess Anne and King Charles found themselves on opposite sides of a major personal and public issue, further complicating their sibling dynamic. Number 20. The Queen's alleged favoritism. Rumors have long circulated that Queen Elizabeth II had a particular fondness for Princess Anne's hardworking, no-nonsense approach to royal duties. This alleged favoritism may have caused friction between King Charles and Princess Anne, with King Charles feeling overshadowed by his sister's strong work ethic and practical approach to royal life. While King Charles is the future king, Princess Anne's reputation as the hardest-working royals often led to speculation that the Queen valued Princess Anne's consistent dedication more than King Charles' more high-profile, but sometimes controversial role. This perception of favoritism has added yet another layer of tension to their sibling relationship, with both feeling the weight of their mother's expectations in different ways. And there you have it, 20 unbelievable feuds between Princess Anne and King Charles that have shaped their relationship over the years. It's clear that even in the royal family, sibling rivalry can run deep. What do you think about their ongoing tensions? Do you believe these feuds could affect the future of the monarchy, especially now that Charles is king? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow royal watchers, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!